Yo, 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 we are live, baby. We are live. Yo, 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 we are live, baby. We are live. Yo, yo, yo. Waiting for it, she said. Let's go. What do you mean she's waiting? What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Shit. This is it. This is it, baby. Do we got the right house over here? What do we got over here? Damn it. Why do they always do that shit? You docs. What's up, Blanchard? How you doing? I'll be on. I'll be playing a little bit, but be on. I'll be playing a little bit. Just checking my mic, seeing if it works. What it do? How you doing? How was your day? How was your Saturday? What you listening to? What you jamming to? You got sunburn while fishing, and you didn't. At least you got a tan. I mean, that's kind of better than a fish. What do you mean, you lobster? Where at? How come you didn't catch nothing? You not know how to fish? Oh, okay. That's when you're supposed to fish when the water's warm. I didn't know that. Oh shit. I don't even know who's on right now. Who's on right now? I don't even know who these motherfuckers are. Hmm. Yo, yo.
B-Zone.
What up, though?
You fall asleep yesterday?
Yes, I did, buddy. Yeah, I was on the phone actually. Hmm. No, okay. Hmm? No, cute, cute. Yes, cute. No, I think it looks good. I think it look good. That why it started bringing me fucking pop-ups? I think so. Fucking A. Fucking A. That's why. Oh my god. That's why I started getting pop-ups. Probably like, I don't know, what does it say? 20 minutes? 30 minutes? Just about. Nothing crazy. Gotta get the fight on. What the fuck is going on? Is it? They're putting me a fucking. Oh, gonna watch the pay-per-view. God. Upset bringing fucking pop-ups too much. There you go. Got it. There you go. Got it. There you go. Got it. No, there you go. Got it. No, there you go. Got it. Are you kidding me, bro?
When he beat up on Dan Hooker, that night he beat Dan Hooker. Fight can stop. Yeah. But when he gets into the zone, when everything's going in the way it's supposed to, there's not many people that can go with Edson Barbosa. And if you're a striker, Edson Barbosa is a dangerous out for you.
His championship fire burns so bright. He's put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this spot. We'll see how it goes for him tonight against Shane Burgos. Tonight's social media posts are brought to you by Army of the Dead, a new film from director Zack Snyder, only on Netflix. Here he is, Hurricane Shane Burgos, representing Tiger Schulman's MMA in the Northeast. Night UFC appearance, 6-2, accomplished amateur career prior, and a well-versed finisher, DC, who, to the surprise of some, is favored to beat Edson Barboza tonight.
You know, shouldn't be surprising because Shane Burgos is a savage. Now, Shane Burgos is a guy that even in the
Dana White.
fight, right, he lost.
Where you at?
But it was so fun for us to watch. He got a bonus. He said he has to learn from that. He said, but the problem is, he never intends to go in there and have fun in the night. But he's such a fan of the sport. He loves what he does so much that the moment the fight starts, he starts to go crazy. He said that's one thing he's going to try to not do tonight against Edson Barboza. He wants to stay within himself, fight his fight, because he understands if you can get a win over Edson Barboza, it propels you to something so much bigger, as it has done for so many other fighters.
Well, stylistically, what's interesting about this to me is, first of all, Shane Burgos is a pressure fighter. He moves towards you, and he's very rock solid, physically strong. He comes like he's throwing big power punches, and he'll take one to give one. I'm interested to see how he deals with so much bigger than so many other. Well, stylistically, what's interesting about this to me is, first of all, Shane Burgos is a pressure fighter. He moves towards you. Intriguing matchup.
He also told us that he hasn't shown off his MMA wrestling yet in the UFC. Perhaps he will lean on that tonight in this matchup with Edson Barboza that is now upon us. Shane Burgos, 30 years of age. Edson Barboza is 35. Both men 5'11" tall. Both came in right at that 146-pound limit. Slight half-inch reach advantage resides with the New Yorker Shane Burgos. All right, now to get us started proper, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are in Houston, Texas, for UFC 262, Alabama versus Chandler, sponsored by Army of the Dead, a new film from director Zack Snyder, only on Netflix. And now, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the black water, a striker, holding a professional record, 21 wins, 9 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 146 pounds. Fighting out of the Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Edson Jr. Barboza. Introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 13 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 146 pounds. Fighting out of Monrovia, presenting the #9 featherweight contender in the world, Hurricane Shane Burgos. And when the action begins, a referee in charge, Mike Beltran.
Fine referee Mike Beltran with us. Fine octagon girl Brittany Palmer is here. I usually don't have this much anxiety until the main event, but here we are. First fight of the main card. Tonight's Fight Clock is brought to you by Body Armor, the official sports drink of UFC. Edson Barboza is in yellow. Shane Burgos is in black.
Right away.
Oh, his foot was getting the foot
Looks like trouble
already. His foot was planted right heavy on the front
Oh,
leg.
my goodness.
That's the problem with being a boxer when you fight a guy like Barboza. Oh, nice boxer.
Barboza cracked with the right hand, too. Oh, my goodness. Right away. Shane smiled at him, but he can't be happy.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at his reaction. He has to get away from that leg kick.
The speed of Barboza with those kicks is shocking.
I asked Shane about that. Like, when you throw your jab, you got to kind of get heavy on your lead leg. That's when Barboza can kick you. So he look at that. So you get to be certain with your jab fighting a guy like Barboza.
I mean, he is just chopping away. He goes to the body. And now that he's comfortable making this 145-pound weight limit, it's really interesting because the first couple of times it was a bit of a struggle, right? It's hard getting it all dialed in. But man, was he shredded with the weight. Oh man, he is.
It's like his right eye stutter ready. Or shred. All those jabs got through for Burgos.
Oh, good left to the body by Burgos. I mean, the strategy is clear, right? He's just waiting for the counter, and then slams that leg kick. So it's almost like he's blocking the punches, just keeping a high guard, and then there, looking for that opening.
Burgos starting to lift that knee up, paying attention to those lead leg kicks. About 2 minutes gone by round one.
Burgos just needs to keep his weight off of that leg whenever Barbosa's kicking him. Just like that, he's barely getting out of range. But he's landing his jab. Look at that.
Oh, nice spinning back kick to the body.
Nemiroff old character since 1872.
Good timing on that spinning back kick. And that's attacking the right side as well. Because right now he's only been throwing that right kick to the left leg. Not much with the switch kick. But Burgos, lots of pressure.
Burgos is right in his face. Beautiful boxing style. Barbosa just landed a nice slip to the right side and a kick on the opposite side.
Yeah, there's that switch kick that he's famous for.
And if you're Burgos, right, you're taking those kicks, even though the leg's damaged, he's got a great poker face because he's not showing it. And that could be discouraging to a guy like Barbosa, who when he lands that many, normally sees the benefits of his work a little more clearly.
Well, Burgos is doing a good job now sliding away from. There's another good left hook to the body.
Like Shane Burgos.
Yeah.
Yep. Barbosa dealing with some swelling around that right eye, and the body work of Burgos, that investment starting to pay dividends.
Love the way Burgos digs that left hand to the body.
Burgos is doing a good job of keeping that left leg on the outside. Oh, that one landed. That one landed strong. Good left hook by Barbosa.
As advertised through 3.5 minutes.
This is fantastic. Oh, nice jab, nice stick.
Nice uppercut from Barbosa and a counter from Burgos. Barbosa twice has headlined in the UFC and continues to leave no stone unturned. Brought in a
Barbosa struggling with that right hand.
Burgos Burgos better show some things up here defensively. Under a minute to go.
Barbosa looks like he's loading up his hip.
This is covering beautifully right now. Now he's got to beat the jab from the top of it.
Oh, chopping with that leg. Again.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That's it.
That hurt him. He tried to reach out for it.
Barbosa mixing it up pretty well.
he's got to get off the cage. He needs some room to move. And for Burgos, this is excellent.
Now he's
Pressure him,
switching stances.
get him into a boxing range, make him hesitant to kick.
I mean, that jab is nasty. We've seen Edson finish somebody with a jab before.
That's a big left hand from Burgos.
Kick to the body by Burgos.
Look at this. What a round to start things on the main card between Barbosa and Burgos. This corner cam is brought to you by Body Armor, the official sports drink of UFC. Round one today at Casey's.
Listen, you lost that round.
We need to throw the front kick, and we need to lead with the right hand. Okay? You go in a jab, you're leaving that leg open. You're leaving the leg open when you throw the jab, okay? If you're going to throw, you need to double. If you're not going to double, then just leave it.
Let's take a look here. Boom, there's the low kick to the calf. There's another one. Another one. I mean, Burgos ate a lot. There's the wheel kick just barely blocked by Burgos. And here's a right hand over the top that really stunned him. See his equilibrium go there.
Well, the UFC's iconic reality television series is back. Do not miss the return of the Ultimate Fighter. Team Volkanovski versus Team Ortega premieres June 1st exclusively on ESPN Plus. The Forward check, Ortega, coach it in. Multistreaming in reality. To watch, sign up now at ESPNplus.com.
I got to tell you, though, the pressure of Burgos can really cause problems for Barbosa. I understand he's down around. But he's got to continue to press Barbosa.
Well, Barbosa has had problems with people that really get in his face in the past, particularly Khabib, but of course that was with grappling.
Got to keep pressing that.
Another beautiful low kick by Barbosa. Ooh, that front kick up the middle for Shane is money. Oh,
Look at the redness on his body, man.
yeah.
No, it looks like he's like his skin ripped from those kicks.
That's two he's landed there in that same spot.
That's wild.
And he's thrown that switch kick a couple times too. It just speaks to the power of Edson Barbosa. Look at his front leg. It's bleeding to kicking.
Yeah,
Look at his shin kicking. A lot of
blood.
kick. Well, he was
All over his foot. Oh, another good body shot from Shane.
He'll keep kicking though.
Yeah, that shin is split. There's that switch kick.
Man, just no time to breathe with Barbosa. Burgos continuing to attack that midsection as he's done since the beginning of the fight.
Shane has to just continue to press, continue to stay in the front of Barbosa. Oh, good right hand there.
Maybe has a problem with that shin. That shin that's got the big cut on it where it's bleeding all over his foot.
Yeah, he hasn't given another right kick, Joe.
Oh, there it goes. Cute.
Burgos chins.
One foot and then a right kick.
I mean, Burgos has a chin, man.
He really does.
Just so comfortable in this violent setting.
Well, Calvin Cater's the only guy to stop him inside the octagon, and that was a beautiful punch that he hit him with.
Well, you didn't have a chance, right? Cater hit him with an uppercut that really wobbled him, and then he threw something over the top to finish him. Unless you really put Shane Burgos out, he's going to stay in front of you.
UFC 262 is brought to you by Army of the Dead, a new film from director Zack Snyder, only on Netflix.
I like when Burgos throws that left front kick up the middle. He needs more of that because it's very effective. Fingers. That left hook to the body is nice too. Another low kick, and it's painting blood on the left leg of Shane Burgos.
It's a big left hook for Burgos, sat down on it.
Ooh, that was a good one. Shane Burgos damaged that left leg
Yes,
of Barbosa with that calf kick.
right on the muscle.
There's that front kick again, up the middle. Fingers. If I was in Burgos' corner, I'd be calling for more of that calf kick.
Just more kicks,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And close to the middle. And a left hook for Burgos.
That calf kick, too.
I can't believe Burgos is taking so many.
He's so
And he's
tough.
still moving as effectively as he is.
There's another one by Burgos. I think he's really being effective with that.
No, it's just when he kicks, right? Because you expect so much from the hands of Burgos. He starts to throw these kicks, they don't expect them. That's why they're landing. Edson has not checked one of those outside kicks from Burgos.
Burgos splits the guard with the jab coming up on one thing here to go round two. There's that
That's
catch.
another one. He's being very effective with that. Goodness, they get that quick.
That was a nasty combination. He went left hook to the bottom, left hook up top, and then the right hand just wrapped around almost like a hook.
This fight is as advertised.
This is why these types of fights are pretty start to be.
Another nice switch to the body. I like how he set that up with the jab.
Burgos trying to pressure here, closer on the numbers in round two, of course.
Burgos having really good impact with that left hook to the body. There it is again. He's digging. Oh, man. And the front kick as well.
Boys are going to be sore tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
Calf kick. He's being very effective with that. Barboza's not liking it.
No, he's move as well.
Let's breathe. No problem. Look at me. Let's breathe first. Okay. We won the first. This was a little bit tight. Okay. You should be a little more active this time. You have to come back faster. Throw a little bit more with the left. It's every time you hit with the hand, finish with the leg.
Right here, you see another spinning back kick by Edson Barboza. Body shot, left hook up top by Barboza. Another spinning attack here lands from Barboza. Now, hey, Shane Burgos did some great work that round. Right hand over the top of the body shot. That was a very, very competitive round. That's round number 3.
Speaking of which, round 3 is brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of UFC. And would you believe me if I told you that Shane Burgos actually pulled dirt in the second amateur fight? He was a bracket coming up. Seemingly neither athlete has any desire to see the floor tonight.
It's good.
These boys are standing right in front of each other, just kind of going at it.
Barboza has swelled to a 3-1 favorite on the live number. He closed an underdog tonight in the plus 125 range.
And that just speaks to how close round number 2 was, because round 1 was clearly Barboza's round. I would imagine it would be much closer if the general population felt that Burgos had clearly won that round.
Burgos certainly picking up the pace here in this third round. There's a sense of urgency here. And also, if Barboza's going to fade because of his drastic weight cut, this is where we're going to see it. Beautiful inside low kick by Burgos and a return by Barboza.
Nice jab and nice head movement there from Edson.
Shane's having really good results with that low calf kick.
Edson's corner wanted him to be more busy with the left.
Oh, damn, Barboza.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Goodness, that's a delayed response. He trapped him and he tried to absorb it. But then his body just came out.
The poker face worked, you know, until the body said enough is enough. I mean,
That's
geez,
wild.
what a delay. There was a long delay on that
I don't
fall.
think I've ever seen that before.
His eyes went wide and he started staggering.
All right, this fight replay brought to you by Nemiroff, bold character since 1872.
He hits him.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
He tried to tough it out, but his body just shut off. This is wild. Look at this.
Joe, watch his
Here it
eyes.
is.
Watch his
Boom.
eyes. Watch his eyes, Joe. Watch what he looks at him. He's like, wait. He realizes, like, oh, wait. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. See that? His eyes are just kind of gold.
He's out.
Yeah, he's done.
I mean, this is crazy. Look, he just went completely unconscious. I mean, he's taking these unnecessary shots because he was already out cold. His body just had a delayed reaction and then shut off. I've seen that with like a liver shot.
Yeah.
Where that's hit, and a couple of seconds go, and then but not like that with a punch. That's crazy.
Perhaps somewhat of a byproduct of the accumulation of blows. Wow. Well, both men, I think, see their stock rise, and Burgos is on your own violence team, of course, but this one goes to Edson Barboza, and the official decision is brought to you by Guaranteed Rate. Guaranteed Rate can save you money on your monthly mortgage payment. Visit rate.com to get started. Thrill versus agony, as we always say. Burgos disappointed, but for Edson Barboza, this is a huge win. Puts him on a legitimate featherweight championship trajectory. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mike Beltran has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 16 seconds of the third round. Declaring the winner by T. Edson Jr. Ah.
I mean, with the winner, Edson Barboza. Edson, congratulations on a wild fight and a wild victory. That was a very unusual knockout. You cracked him with that punch, and he tried to have a poker face, but then his body just gave out and he blacked out. Have you ever seen that before?
Funny because I asked my coach, I said, why did I hit him? Because I see I just feel he's going down a little bit. So I was like, okay, let's go finish the fight. But hey, I'm very happy.
It seemed like it was already over. It was just so confusing to us watching and even to the referee. But what a tough guy and what a tough fight.
Bro, look at me. Like everything got crap. I think this is the fight tonight, guys, right? What do you think? Good performance. Oh, yeah.
Perhaps, but the night is still young. Listen, but that was an amazing performance. And tell me how you feel down here at featherweight, because you've had a couple of fights here now. Is this a better weight class for you?
3-0 in featherweight. Definitely. I feel more healthy. When I fight 1v5, I had to push myself, kill myself to keep my weight high. Right now, I feel so much healthy. And guys in featherweight, I'm coming for you, all you guys. I'm ready for everybody.
Congratulations, sir. Very impressive performance. Edson Barboza, ladies and gentlemen.
16 UFC wins now for Edson Barboza, DC. We're going to take one look more at that wild finish.
Yeah, you know, you look at Edson Barboza, and he landed a lot of right hands over the top. But watch this. Pops the jab. Burgos lands. This isn't the finish. This is some other highlights. But watch. Edson Barboza throws the jab here. Now watch. Watch here as Burgos takes the right hand. He throws his jab. I think Edson throws the jab. Burgos lands. Burgos throws his jab. Edson starts to come over the top of it. Now watch as his legs start to go. I mean, in his mind, you can see Shane Burgos going, what has happened? Why am I falling? But it was all the shots that he took over the course of the fight that took its toll. It doesn't matter how tough you are. And honestly, the moment he fell back like that, fight should have been coming, right? They didn't need to have the follow-up shot. Great. But great job by Junior Edson Barboza, man. That was fantastic.
Well, we were all confused, and I think Mike Beltran was confused too, because it was such a delay, and it's so unusual for a delay like that from a headshot. Usually with a headshot, it's just the guy goes out or he doesn't go out, but that was really wild.
Yeah, Beltran's seen it all. Perhaps haven't seen that before.
Well, we've seen it all. We've never seen that before.
That's right.
I've called over 1,000 fights. I've never said that.
Trey the Truth, Houston's finest hip-hop star, one of the most philanthropic men in the world. Also in the building tonight, the ranked middleweight contender, Uriah Primetime Hall. Kevin Holland, with a number next to his name, is also in the building, getting a nice pop from the Texas crowd here tonight. But of course, second-round heavyweight contender, the Black Beast, Derek Lewis.
And apparently, they're saying the next man in line for the heavyweight title.
That is right. All right, these locker room shots are brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of UFC. And more often than not, when you fight Caitlin Chukagian with a winning streak, she ends it. And following another dominant win last November, Chukagian puts her number 2 ranking on the line here. And she does so against Brazil's Viviane Araújo. She has clearly found the right weight class. Back-to-back wins have vaulted her to number 7 in the world. And she believes she is the much better finisher in this equation. She is out to prove as much in front of a global audience tonight. Well, Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead is coming soon to Netflix. Here's the first look at The Reckoning. Special content just for UFC fans, presented by Netflix.
Copy that. 19 and route.
Peace. They're always hungry for a fight. Relentless, unstoppable. You'll need more than that badge to defeat the undead. You'll take an army of specially trained fighters.
Are you ready for a fight?
UFC 262, Oliveira versus Chandler, is brought to you by DraftKings. Time is running out to get in on tonight's action. Play free in UFC 262 pools for over $10,000 in prizes. Download the DraftKings app and sign up with code UFC. By Guaranteed Rate. Guaranteed Rate can save you money on your monthly mortgage fee. Visit rate.com to get started. By Modelo Especial. Since 1925, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you've come from, it matters what you're made of. Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. And by Army of the Dead, a new film from director Zack Snyder, only on Netflix. We hope you have caught your collective breath as we come up on what is a huge fight here in terms of the balance of power at flyweight. While firmly entrenched in the upper reaches of the division's top five, Captain Chukagian is the fighter to beat Greg Fleming, hoping for a future shot at the title tonight. Brazil's Viviane Araújo takes aim. They are all still chasing the great Valentina Shevchenko at 125 pounds. And tonight, Caitlin Chukagian and Viviane Araújo have a Texas-sized opportunity to deliver a statement and make their case to jump the line in this burgeoning and talent-rich weight class.
Uma divisão que tem muitas atletas duras ali. E eu tô trabalhando muito duro para estar entre as melhores.
Tonight I want to just go out and show everyone that I'm still a contender. I'm here, I'm getting better, and I'm a force to be reckoned with.
In 2016, Caitlin Chukagian began her UFC career at bantamweight, but after wins over Lauren Murphy and Irene Aldana, it was time for her to test the waters at 125 pounds, where she has since carved out a spot for herself in the top five, and she remains within striking distance of the world title.
I'm excited to fight Vivian tonight. We're both top contenders, and we're both here to put on a good performance and earn our shot for another title shot.
Well-rounded and willing to fight anywhere when the octagon door closes, Viviane Araújo has posted a quartet of UFC wins since her debut in 2019. And after back-to-back triumphs over Montana De La Rosa and Roxanne Modafferi, she believes the time is right to challenge another top contender in Caitlin Chukagian.
Tô indo para mostrar minha agressividade, mostrar que eu sou uma atleta completa e tô indo com tudo aí para buscar essa vitória.
Oh, can I see? Oh, where the fuck you going?
DC, here is the Uber.
Open it. You did that on purpose.
Who has actually made the ring. In the UFC, you can just see DC with every passing UFC fight, the skill set is evolving, the confidence is growing. Opportunity to take Chukagian's number 2 here tonight.
You know what's crazy, John? You said about the evolution. She told MMA Junkie this week, she goes, I know I can strike. I know I have power. So she spent a ton of time working on her wrestling. She spent a ton of time perfecting her jiu-jitsu. She understands she has good grappling. She just hasn't had the chance to show it. She has dominated on the feet. That is her calling card. But Viviane Araújo can round out the skills, can get everything up to snuff with the striking. She's going to be a handful. And she is an exciting challenger at 125 pounds that we've had for a long time.
Well, she certainly learned from that fight with Jessica Eye, and we've seen her progress, like the Alexis Davis fight. She looked great. She put her on Alexis Davis, but started to fade towards the end of that fight. So we've seen this gradual improvement in her pacing and her understanding of when to hit the gas, when not to, and super aggressive, very physically strong, and I think an excellent matchup stylistically for Caitlin Chukagian.
She's had a very interesting career trajectory. She KO'd Talita Bernardo in her UFC debut. That was at bantamweight. Her prior fight regionally had been at strawweight, 115 pounds, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu credentials. She only transitioned MMA when she was a brown belt, but as soon as she started practicing Muay Thai, it all clicked. She felt like she was a natural striker, and after a lot of adversity in 2020 with COVID-19 and other things, Vivi has a huge opportunity in front of her tonight.
Look at the muscles on that woman.
Never afraid to take a page out of her teammate Frankie Edgar's book and make it a quick sprint to the octagon. Second-ranked flyweight Caitlin Chukagian, 13th UFC appearance. And man, she's helping a lot of women in the UFC to this point in her career. Outstanding striker. She's got a great grappling game that nobody talks about, Joe. Chukagian with another big fight and a career full of them tonight.
Well, she's very well-rounded, and she's also been in there with the greatest in the world, Valentina Shevchenko, and then came back and got a little bit of revenge by beating her sister.
Yes.
She's got great movement. She shoots a lot of volume, right? There's a lot of strikes coming at her, and it's a hard style to deal with. She's long and tall. She's got great kicks and punches. She keeps you on the outside. And again, stylistically, this is a very interesting matchup for Araujo.
You know, when you look at Caitlin Chukagian, she is a fantastic boxer, but she's married to Cal Seminara, the only All-American wrestler in Buffalo history. She said for the first time in her career, her and Cal made it a point to work on her wrestling. She goes 2 times a week now. They have scheduled out time for her to be with her husband, training her wrestling. She said that those improvements will show right away.
And it's interesting because were it not for a global pandemic, maybe that wouldn't have happened. But that's a great point, DC. Chukagian 32, Araujo 34. Chukagian 5 inches taller, not necessarily an advantage. Both women making the flyweight limit of 126 pounds. Both enter the octagon with a reach of 68 inches. All right, now for the introductions, back inside the book.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 10 wins, 2 losses. She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 126 pounds. Fighting out of Brazilian Distrito Federal, Brazil, presenting the number 7 ranked flyweight contender in the world, Viviane Vivi Araujo. And now introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 15 wins, 4 losses. She stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 126 pounds. Fighting out of Anthony Harbor, New York, by way of Quakertown, Pennsylvania, presenting the number 2 ranked flyweight contender in the world, Caitlin Chukagian. When the action begins, our referee in charge, Kerry Hatley.
Kerry Hatley, our referee. The beautiful Luciana Andrade is here tonight. Caitlin Chukagian,
This is what you work for. You ready, Chris?
140. Viviane Araujo plus 115. Tonight's fight clock is brought to you by Body Armor, the official sports drink of UFC. Araujo is in the all black. Caitlin Chukagian in the black top with blue trunks.
You saw Araujo throw that right hand straight to the body. That is where Jessica Andrade was able to hurt Caitlin Chukagian. Now, there's a difference in these two, in the striking style. Chukagian kind of point fights you a little bit. Araujo wants to inflict damage with every single thing that she throws.
Well, there's a difference in the physical ability, right? Because Araujo can take you out with one shot.
Yeah.
Chukagian is just a volume fighter. She's very precise.
Yeah, without hustle, too.
Yeah.
Hustle you.
Chukagian still in search of her first UFC finish.
Yeah, look, Araujo is a tank. Look at the build on that woman, and she comes in throwing bombs. Look at that.
Yes.
She is throwing bombs right now.
And like you said, John, her background was jiu-jitsu, right? That's really crazy. That's how she started. But you very rarely see that inside the octagon. She's just trying to murk women.
Look at how she's bouncing her toes, Joe. Like, real good striker. Very confident, competent. Now, Chukagian, if you let her stay at range, she will pick you apart, man.
Araujo just caught her with the left hook there.
Araujo trains at Serrato MMA in Brasilia under Daniel Evangelista. Also checkmat BJJ.
You know, that's our Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu that we train. Great grapplers out of checkmat.
Sit.
She's caught Caitlin a couple of times with that left hook. This time she flipped her with the right, and then she's going over the top of that left.
UFC 262 is brought to you by Army of the Dead, a new film from director Zack Snyder, only on Netflix. Nice right hand over the top lands for Araujo.
Yeah, Vivi tries to take you out, man. She's always on her toes. She darts in and out. Now, that's the problem, right? Because she's so intent, she wants to knock you out. She can miss big. So if Caitlin Chukagian level change at the right time, an easy takedown may be available.
Chukagian really is a take-on all-comers type of fighter. Believes eventually she'll ascend back to a title fight. Challenge in front of her here.
She was very active last year. Probably one of the more active years of her entire career. Took on everybody, fought for the championship. You know, when you do that, when you're active like that, you run the risk, right? Because you're constantly putting that ranking on the line. And we saw that kind of backfire on her when she fought Jessica Andrade.
2 minutes here to go in round one. Chukagian just out of range thus far. Landing just 21% of her significant strike attempts.
That's one thing about Chukagian, right? She will put a lot out there. But because she's just staying busy, you know, she doesn't really always throw the lid. She's just throwing to make sure that you're working. Just try to keep up with her.
Once Chukagian starts on that rhythm, she makes it very difficult for you to close the gap. Because she does have a nice reach advantage. She's real long.
Araujo does she kind of lunges in, but it's always like a big step every time she attacks. She needs to hide that step a little better.
The volume striking of Chukagian starting to pay dividends.
Yep, and that was good, right? That was a situation, exchange where she landed 5 shots to 0 by Araujo.
So a shot here from Vivi. Araujo was able to take Roxanne Modafferi down several times in their last fight. That was January of this year.
Araujo's controlling the underhook here. Trying to get Chukagian. Chukagian's doing a really good job not letting her get a land. Her hands locked around the body.
Don't grab the fence. Don't grab the fence.
That's nice.
Fingers out the fence.
Mm-hmm. Huh? Okay, well.
Waning seconds here of this opening round.
Huh?
All right, this corner can is brought to you by Body Armor, the official sports drink of UFC. Grab one today at Casey's.
Deep breaths. Good. Cut, man? Yep. Got it. Thank you. And two. Try to go with that 1-3 real quick and keep dropping on your punches. Drop on the under 3. Get your head off on the left, which is going to right hand, which is stuff here.
She's biting hard on all of your 80s, so make sure you use that little hip pump that we were working earlier.
But you won the first round.
No?
Every time you're hitting,
However you want.
you're hurting me. Keep the guard up and keep the distance. Let's keep the distance. But when you go in, get out, down, up, down, up.
No.
Well, next Saturday, it's back to the Apex for a UFC Fight Night on ESPN Plus. Top bantamweight takes center stage as the surging Raw Funk takes on former champ Cody No Love Barber. Main card starts at 7 p.m. Eastern, prelims at 4 the entire night. Exclusively yours, wall to wall on ESPN Plus.
That's a heck of a fight.
What a main event. Araujo corner pretty convicted in their belief that they won that opening round.
She did a good job, right? She controlled the clinches, and she also did a good job of matching, if not exceeding, the strikes of Caitlin Chukagian.
Kick there. Chukagian trying to follow up.
It's because Araujo tries to lunge in every time. When Caitlin can time that front kick, which is a very good attack for her, it really sets Vivian back.
Araujo swinging it there.
Kagan always has had really good footwork. It's what allowed her to have all the success that she's had in this division. Because as you said, Joe, she doesn't. When you fought as many times as she hasn't had a finish yet. You know, something is allowing her to win as much as she does. It's the footwork and the activity.
Yeah.
And as the fight goes on and longer, Viviana has to be sure not to play Caitlin's game or get frustrated because she's missing so big.
Never full character since 1872. The fight hits the floor.
Oh, that's terrible. It's a terrible position for Chukagian. The kick got caught. And now Araujo on top. Good job by Chukagian of collecting half guard here, though. Got great leg dexterity. Moving herself to a better defensive position, trying to get the full guard. Wants to get that right knee in play. Really wants to slide that knee across, pushing on the knee. Oh, look at this, though. She's in a bit of trouble. She brought on a guillotine here.
Yep, she cannot let Araujo clear her right leg. If Araujo can clear her right leg across, Caitlin's going to be in a lot of trouble because of this amount of guillotine.
And Araujo pounding on the rib cage, which is going to allow her to open up. But the way she's holding on to that neck. Oh, there it is. There it is.
She let go of the neck.
Full mouth, though.
Yep. But she went to the mouth, but she let go of the neck.
And Caitlin knows she's in real trouble here. Araujo scooting her hips up even higher. She may decide to switch to an armbar.
Well, if Caitlin keeps her hands locked around the body, she might put herself into an armbar position.
Yeah. Caitlin trying to collect border guard here, grabbing all the ankles.
Yep, Araujo actually put her foot back towards her so she's getting that three-quarter mount. A lot of times it's much more comfortable being three-quarter mount than full mount. And look at her attacking the arm triangle on the opposite side.
Softening her up.
Yep.
With that punch.
Kagan has to be very careful here not to allow her to collect on that far side.
Oh, wow.
There it is. Yep.
It's got it really locked in.
Set it up.
Chukagian very sound when it comes to her jiu-jitsu defense. The Henzo Gracie Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt. And now as we go back to the future, several minutes ago, round two.
There may be an issue that we're going to have to take a look at. It looks like Caitlin Chukagian might have tapped that one-arm guillotine. We're going to have to look at it again on the replay. But there's quite a bit of controversy about this match. Oh.
Araujo with some energy expenditure issues with all that groundwork.
For sure. Look at her. She's slowed down considerably. She's very stationary. Taking big, deep breaths. Moving slowly. She's lost all her explosiveness.
Yeah, she looks tired. Like Chukagian's picking her apart.
And you see Chukagian, by the way, wearing her husband's name on the fight trunks, I believe, for the first time in the UFC, Kyle Seminar.
You know, I was talking to her about that. I said, why didn't you change? She goes, at this point, it's confusing. She goes, but I put it on the shorts so that if we're ever showing our children, they're going to be like, who's Chukagian? She thought Chukagian on her shorts. I want to look at, like you said, Joe. Yep, look at that tap, Joe, and see if Chukagian got away with one.
Yeah, The truck actually picked it up. We missed it. But let's take a look at it because when I saw the replay, it doesn't look good. But take a look here. Watch their hand. Ready?
It's the right hand.
Watch this.
It doesn't look so
Yeah, it
bad
doesn't
there.
look that bad there.
Run it back one more time. It doesn't look as bad there. Well, I mean, now that angle looks a little bit more, but not.
Yeah, I don't think
as
so.
sure.
I don't think so. Well,
I mean,
you see that? You know, when you're only focusing on the hand, it looks like a tap. When you look at the whole arm, it looks like she's trying to find her arms.
Let's go. That's right. Bring that back pitch energy, Caitlin. Double left and double right. Let's work.
Dean, what do you think about that?
I do not think that was a tap. I think she was trying to find her other hand. It didn't look like Araujo was in the greatest position to have leverage to even apply enough pressure to make her tap. So I'm going to give Caitlin the benefit of the doubt and say that was not a tap.
I think you're right. I agree
I
with you.
agree with you, Dean Thomas. Round 3 brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of UFC. And just wanted to show you all at home.
Everybody
Make
likes
your
a
own
fake tap, though.
determination.
Very excited.
Yes, it is.
Good front kick up the middle by Caitlin.
But here's the question, though. Araujo got some marks. Araujo got to her submission attempt. Are we in a place where Chukagian has to get a finish to win the fight? Because Araujo won round 1. In round 2, she had so much control over the course of that round.
Quite possible. We don't have open scoring for you, Shane.
And we should. Because that 30-27.
If that one fight, I don't know his name, but if he's judging,
the Orlando fight, that was bananas.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, but the guy might just be like a bad guy that judges. Because guess what? You give Lando's opponent, like, get you imagine Lando's opponent, like, oh my God, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What if I won? Like, what if I won? You know, like,
Right.
You know, he's a cruel joke by that judge, man. Cruel joke.
About 4 minutes to go here. And wouldn't that be something? Viviane Araujo was the number 2 ranked flyweight contender when the new rankings come out next week.
Well, Viviane has slowed down considerably. Right after all that grappling exchange from the submission attempt, after Caitlin got to the feet, Caitlin's volume increased, and you saw Viviane is like very stationary now. Her punches are very labored. She's got some swelling around the right eye, which really could help Caitlin if she could get that left leg up there. Caitlin has a very good left eye kick. See the right eye, the swelling?
Yeah, nice move for Chukagian.
Hey, and when you're in a weight class where the champion is who the champion is, you can show no weakness.
Yeah.
Because she wants to go and beat you wherever you think you have the advantage. So you can't show a weakness if you're in the weight class of Valentina.
Interesting live odds with Araujo as the slight favorite. Chukagian loads up on a left hand. Araujo able to evade.
This is a problem similar to what Araujo showed in a winning effort in Alexis Davis.
Yeah.
She comes out of the gates storming the first couple of rounds, so explosive. But those explosive movements require so much energy. It's so hard to sustain. And compare that in contrast to what we saw earlier tonight with Lando Benat, where everything is just smooth and just so efficient.
Yeah. And
Viviane just tries to kill you.
And also, hey, the muscle man. She's fit, like she has a strong physique, right? She's a strongly built person. Not much body fat. She's very ripped. And, you know, you carry all that muscle, that explosive energy, right? All those explosive abilities, you want to use them.
Yeah.
And I think she uses them and then she gets a little bit fatigued.
Well, it is. Oh, there's that left hook kick we were talking about. She's going to have a hard time seeing that now. That right eye is swelling up quite a bit.
She keeps like a great thing now.
She really is. She keeps popping her with that left jab.
Mixing up her weapons well. And again, body language for Chukagian, very, very good. She's in outstanding shape.
I mean, who knows if she can win big in this round?
Yeah, she might have won the fight.
Takedown defense holds up.
Very nice. Beautiful job by Chukagian, just kind of floating her hips.
Oh, nice move. Not only that, Viviane, who's already tired. Now that big movement, she's going to get even more tired.
Trying to get the takedown, failing. Chukagian staying on her, keeping it working. Oh, nice right hand there by Caitlin.
So the Fairleigh Dickinson graduate having a strong third round, under a minute now to go.
Caitlin's opening up now.
Nice little check up there from Ujo and a left hand from Chukagian. Thankfully for Araujo, we're scheduled for 3 5s and not 5 5s.
Yeah. I mean, she's still pressing, right? She's still going forward trying, but she just has slowed down tremendously.
And Caitlin's actually picked it up in this round.
It's her best round by far.
And it's just, that's one of her attributes, is the ball.
Oh, right here.
Chukagian fakes the knee back to the hands. Great showcase for Valentina Shevchenko's division. Number 2 versus number 7 go the distance. This fight replay is brought to you by Nemerov, old character since 1872.
Right here you see Viviane Araujo land that jab. Beautiful left hook that landed a lot early in the fight. Chukagian lands a nice body kick. Vivi caught it, took her down, ended up in mount. Spent a lot of time in the mount position and here over the course of the second round. But in the third round, it was all Caitlin Chukagian. Her pressure, her pace, her experience, it all showed itself in that round as she ran away in round number 3. Beautiful move there by Chukagian. Left hook, right uppercut. Vivi lands a nice counter right hand. What a performance by both of these young ladies. And boy, did Caitlin Chukagian have a great third round.
All right, some numbers for you now in terms of these significant strikes. These, of course, are unofficial, but round 1, advantage out of Ujo. Chukagian had the edge in round 2, and then decidedly so in round 3. Total significant strikes, 104 to 84. Advantage Chukagian. We wait the game again for these scorecards. Will it be Chukagian maintaining his spot in the division's top 2, or Araujo moving into that top 5? The official decision. It's brought to you by Guaranteed Rate. Guaranteed Rate can save you money on your monthly mortgage payment. Visit rate.com to get started with the all-important scorecards. Here's Bruce Buff.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 29-28, 29-28, and 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, Caitlin.
I'm here with the winner, Caitlin Chukagian. Caitlin, a great fight. Volume over power strikes, it seemed. And then in the second round, you had some difficulty on the ground, but then came back. Were you concerned at the end of the fight that you hadn't done enough to win the decision?
I mean, I wasn't concerned, but you never know about the takedown. The takedown pissed me off, so I came up, and I think that actually helped me because it helped me turn it up a little bit in the rest of the fight.
Well, you really turned it up in the third round. The third round, you had her bruised up, you had her eye closing. Did you think there was a possibility that maybe you could turn it up and maybe even stop her?
I thought so. Every time I threw the jab, like, I didn't even have to look, and it was landing. But the rest of the punches were a little bit harder, so I got a little too trusted in my jab. But everything I practiced, it works. I just wanted to have a attitude. I turned it on. Next time I'll turn it on at the beginning. But yeah, I'm really happy.
We definitely had attitude, and you definitely got the victory, so congratulations. Look forward to seeing you again. Caitlin Chukagian, ladies and gentlemen.
And shout out to her coaches, Mark Henry, Ryan Cafaro, Sajara Eubanks. Caitlin Chukagian secures her 9th UFC win tonight in Houston, Texas. Well, the celebs are out. The WWE Hall of Famer Bill Goldberg putting the UFC Hall of Famer Max Serra in it shows. Serra doesn't tap all that often. He tapped there. Also in the building, one Gilbert Duran He's got a date with Stephen Wonderboy Thompson coming up in July at UFC 264. Well, in 1 month, Glendale, Arizona welcomes a capacity crowd for UFC 263. 2 epic title rematches, plus Leon Edwards versus Nate Diaz in a 5-round slugfest. UFC 263. 212 available for purchase only on ESPN Plus. Why these locker room shots are brought to us by the official protein snack of UFC. So Matt Schnell was born in Mississippi, but Houston is home now, and Schnell is looking to put on for his new city tonight as he tries to make it 6 wins in his last 7. Again, that man, Rogerio Bontarena, physical. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt with a lot of size that appear to be a difficult weight cut for Bontarena. We'll see if that has any impact on what we see in the octagon tonight. It's a feature bout at 135 pounds.
What's up, big Hawaiian? What to do, homie?
It's play-in time, and time to lock in the final playoff spot. Defend your position. No step yours.
Anything can happen in a given night.
In your run, only the strong survive. Make this. Win and get in time. It's NBA on ESPN time. The State Farm Play-in Tournament. Wednesday on ESPN.
Right, so our next UFC live event is next Saturday. It is UFC Fight Night. Font versus Garbrandt from Vegas. And the Bantamweight contender Rob Font faces the former champ Cody Garbrandt in the headliner co-main event. Huge fight at strawweight. Yang Xiaonan and the former champ Paula Esparza. Also, bottom of your screen, the middleweight matchup that was delayed a week between Edmund Shabazian and Jack Hermanson. It shall be done. It is all next Saturday on E+. UFC 2.
Hell yeah, bro.
Is brought to you by Army of the Dead.
How'd you like the Barbosa fight? That was a badass fight.
All right, as we get ready for our next match here in Houston, these fight offs are brought to you by DraftKings. Play free in the UFC 262 pools for $10,000 in prizes. Use code UFC when you sign up. Plus, make your first deposit for a shot at getting the next pay-per-view for free. DraftKings, you can bet on it. Matt Schnell, the minus 165 favorite. Rogerio Bontarena comes back at plus 135. Let's get to it. A dues paying member of the School of Hard Knocks, Matt Schnell has emerged from the shadows as a contender worth keeping tabs on.
Hell yeah.
Here, this pivotal matchup.
What you got for the main event?
Stepping into the octagon for the 9th time tonight, Matt Schnell has gone from prospect to contender in the UFC. And while the journey has had its ups and downs, he believes he is in his fighting prime, ready to make a title run right now. First, he'll have to deal with Brazil's Rogerio Bontarena.
Pode esperar muita porrada, não sei. Rogerio Bontarena is one of the best flyweights in the world, ranked number 9 in the UFC. It was a great opportunity for me to go out and test my skills, and he's a guy I've had my eye on.
For a slow start to his UFC career, Matt Schnell roared back in a major way over the last 3 years, thanks to a 5-1 stretch that has seen danger score big wins over Louis Smolka, Jordan Espinosa, and Tyson Mann. Now that he's on the fast track, he is not about
to I can respect that.
To any.
I can respect that.
The UFC is championship caliber. I've been after that gold belt buckle since I first got signed to the UFC, so that's what I expect from myself, and tonight's a step towards that.
A graduate of Dana White's Contender Series, whose 4-fight UFC run has seen him face nothing but the best in one of the sport's toughest divisions. Talented Brazilian standout Rogerio Bontarena continues his streak of fearlessly wading into battle as he prepares to take on Matt Schnell.
Quando difícil eu consegui, né? Tô tentando ganhar e ter conversa.
Making the walk for his 5th UFC appearance is Rogerio Bontarena, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, former Brazilian champion in BJJ. Megan, he was eager to step up for the promotion and sort of have this opportunity to put that kind of Fox result behind him, but all indications are it was an exceedingly difficult weight cut for Bontarena coming in here tonight.
Yeah, I asked him about it yesterday, and he said, hey, I accepted this fight on about 25 days' notice, and I took the fight weighing about 165 pounds. and he had an hour to continue cutting weight to see if he could make that bantamweight limit for this one. And he said there was just no point in continuing to punish my body. I knew there was no way I was going to make it. But you did mention that he wanted to get back in there. He said he was really happy with that Kai Kara-France performance until the final minute, which he actually blamed on a lack of competition where he was out. He made mistakes like that in the final minute there, winning the fight regularly. So he does want to fight 2 more times this year. Make weight.
165 pounds is really too much weight. 125. That's how he's fighting at 125, guys. But I mean, why is he 40 pounds overweight? Well, the Kai France guy, he's not giving Kai France credit. We thought he did, but when Kai France got free, he just started throwing bombs with reckless abandon. I mean, that was all Kai France winning that fight.
Born in Mississippi, fighting out of Shreveport, Louisiana, but he lives in Houston, Texas. Not UFC appearance. He's going to be safe side trained. Matt Schnell and Megan's confidence was certainly the buzzword for me. This man believes he is a future UFC flyweight champion. Tonight is one he's got to have.
Yeah, he took a lot of confidence from being able to compete here in Houston, Texas, the place that he calls home. He actually does travel to Dallas in order to train for a couple of days a week. He drives there, which is about 3.5 hours from here, and he'll go there Sunday night until about Tuesday night to make sure he's getting it around. Then he comes back to Houston, Texas in order to perform. He was originally scheduled to face Alex Perez, and he actually got the news that fight was off in the middle of the sparring rounds. He said it was heartbroken, but he wanted to do every single thing that he could to remain on this card. It was very important to him. And now that he's facing Rogerio, he said, if I get through him, I want that Alex Perez fight. It's really important for me to be able to still have that.
You know, when you look at Matt Schnell and how much he's matured, right? Even in talking to him, you can see a much more mature man. He is coming into his own as a man and also as a fighter. His last performance on Fight Island was beautiful, and he said it's in the little details, those little moments that made people believe the fight was much closer. Because in those little short spots, he was winning all of those exchanges, but he didn't have as many big moments. He said he has to limit the big moments that boxing has so that there is no doubt that he wins the fight.
And you know for a fact that this man has a very good ground game. We've seen 2 spectacular triangle submissions in a row. The Louis Smolka fight, and then the Jordan Espinosa fight. So he's got a very good ground game himself, which should help him defensively against Bontorin. But make no mistake about it, he does not want Bontorin on top of him. Bontorin is a very physically strong guy and an amazing grappler. And we really did see that in the Kai France fight as well.
And Schnell acknowledged as much this week. Tonight's social media post brought to you by Army of the Dead, a new film from director Zack Snyder, only on Netflix. So Schnell, good high school athlete, football, track, pole vault, right? Not every day you hear that. And it's crazy to think where he was in 2016, living in a nasty apartment in Florida, $400 a month. He was back in Goshen 5 years ago. Look at that Schnell now. All right, let us get to the tail of the tape for this feature battle between flyweight contenders turned bantamweights for a night. 31-year-old American Matt Schnell, 29-year-old Brazilian Rogerio Bontorin, 3 inches the gap in height. You see the weight miss for Bontorin, 3-inch reach advantage resides with Matt Schnell. All right, now for the particular back.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist, fully professional record.
Damn, my bad. Just seen this.
3 losses, 1 no contest.
I'm going for Michael Chandler, and yeah, no, I cannot show the fight. I'll get banned probably. I got a strike before. And did get a strike.
Contender in the world, Rogerio Bontorin. And now introducing his opponent, fighting in the red corner, a mixed martial artist, fully professional record, 15 wins, 5 losses. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 136 pounds. Fighting, and here's
Yeah, I wish I can do that. That'd be nice. Can't wait for a Tony Ferguson fight. That one's gonna be sick too. That one's gonna be nuts.
But the action begins. A referee in charge, Terry Hatley.
Terry Hatley has been a busy man tonight. Get back-to-back assignments on the main.
I saw that. He's been in there a few times tonight, huh?
That's right. Ladies.
Gentlemen, before your hard work pays off. Ready? Let's go work.
All right, tonight's fight block is brought to you by Body Armor, the official sports drink of UFC. Matt Schnell in red, Rogerio Bontorin in black.
Matt Schnell has a great jab. That was on full display.
It feels good seeing fans back, bro. I went to the other UFC, UFC 261. I was there.
Look beautiful, man. He's doing a good job of really dictating and controlling. A lot of feints, a lot of fakes, never allowing Nam to get comfortable. When Nam would explode, he would land big shots, but Schnell would just get right back to work.
You Saints fans got to stick together. Might be a tough year.
Let me tell you something, man. We're going to be as good as we've ever been. Because I believe in Jameis Winston. I believe that he will lead us back to exactly where we want to go.
Now trying to establish that jab here early.
Oh man, it was nuts. It was Masvidal in the main event.
About the physicality of Bontorin before.
It was nuts. Man, I had so much fun in Jacksonville.
He's thick, man. Bontorin is short, but he is thick.
Oh, that was nice.
When you say he was up to 165?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's bananas.
I mean, for a
That was nice.
There are 205 pounders that at times may be in the mid 250s, 260s.
You know any of those guys?
I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know personally, but that's a lot more weight. You carry a lot more in the midsection.
Yeah.
And you see, really trying to be patient and cautious because of the physicality of Bontorin.
Ooh.
Bontorin really can't hurt you.
There we go. You like Ferguson?
Schnell really is his own man, calls him the captain of his own team. He has gone all around the world looking for value in training camps and has trained with you guys at AKA. DC, a lot of big camps, ATT, now Fortis MMA. I trained with Joe's with its Higgins. I mean, he's gone all over.
I think a lot of people could take from that, right? Unless you are
okay.
born and bred.
That's gonna be a nice fight, bro. He needs to win this. Tony Ferguson needs to win that fight, bro.
Great wrestler at AK, I'm gonna go wrestle there. And he's always quiet, works hard, doesn't really disrupt anything. So why wouldn't you have him?
Never bold character since 1872.
Oh, Bontorin just cracked it
3 times. Still actually took those. Wow.
He took the right hand and the left hook, but the left hook really seemed to land hard.
That was nasty by Bontorin.
Dean Thomas, your mic's up.
Yeah, I actually worked with Matt Snow for a little bit too, so I mean he's a very talented athlete. But I think he needs to put a little bit more pressure on Bontorin. I mean, Bontorin had trouble making weight. He's a little heavy. He's probably a little out of shape. I think he needs to put more pressure on him, make him fight, tire him out.
Yeah, it's too slow a pace right now. Measured. When you're a guy that struggles with the weight cut, when you're a guy that took the fight on short notice, right? He wants this pace, Bontorin. You gotta make him work. Bontorin looks good right now.
Yeah, you heard him with that low calf kick. He's very dangerous.
Never gets close. Bontorin just cracks him every single time.
Now trying to get his reads here on the feet, just over a minute to go in the round.
Schnell's been kind of with his kicks. I think he's worried about being taken down. But that last low calf kick, you saw it.
Snapping left hook from Schnell.
I mean, Bontorin has landed right on the chin of Schnell many a times.
Both gentlemen starting to open up a little bit here late in the round. Monterrey ready to counter.
Another leg's gone.
Yeah, that leg starting to really suffer from those little leg kicks from Monterrey.
And now he's shying away from it.
No, if you're Monterrey, why are you going southpaw? Get back to conventional and get back to those leg kicks. Sometimes you can be too cute. There's no reason for Monterrey to be going southpaw here. He's having a lot of success fighting conventional.
Yeah, I wonder what the thought behind that is.
This corner cam is brought to you by Body Armor, the official sports drink of UFC. Grab one today at Casey's.
Breathe and relax. Give me some ice on the calf. Does the calf bother me a little bit? All right, listen to me. He's rolling me to sleep. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Don't stand in the middle. When he catches you, move, right? So when he hits you with a shot, you're planning and trying to throw more. Don't do that. When he catches you, he got you. Move.
Here we see Monterrey with a big right hand over the top. Nasty left hook there, but Schnell ate it. And there's one of many low calf kicks that he landed, but that one really had his leg give out. There's the jab.
That left hook there, but Monterrey sat him in the chair a little bit.
A little bit.
Snell
landed some good shots.
Yeah, Snell told his coach that he's going to sleep, but it's on you to go and force the action in.
The unauthorized reproduction or distribution of this copyright work is illegal and punishable under law. Schnell dismissive of those calf kicks and their effect by the general safe Saud between rounds.
Good high kick there by Schnell. Good right hand by Schnell.
And the left from Monterrey.
Ooh, beautiful leg kick. Return. And he's not in the third. Second.
I think Snell understands that he's got to put the pace on and make it work a little bit. When you're out there taking pictures, man, that's fun, right? There's no danger in that. Your nickname Danger, you got to cause some action.
UFC 262 is brought to you by Army of the Dead, a new film from director Zack Snyder, only on Netflix.
And Snell tries to enter him, and Monterrey throws that left hook with every part of himself. And it's landing. So I understand why Snell's no caution.
Another low calf kick. Schnell could say it's not bothering him all day. Definitely making him wobble.
Yeah.
And Monterrey knows it.
Nell's pride and joy, his 15-month-old daughter, Penelope. Shout out to his wife, Morgan, as well. Connection with the left hand by Schnell. Coming up on 3 to go here, round 2. Monterrey sticks that left hand.
Good head movement by Schnell. But I really agree with Dean Thomas. He's got to put more pressure on Monterrey. Monterrey is the guy who missed the weight. Monterrey is the guy who took the fight on short notice and doesn't look to be the same guy physically that he looked in the Kai Kara-France fight where he was shredded.
Difference, yeah.
Well, that Kara-France fight came after a year-plus layoff due to a significant ankle injury. Nice right hand by Schnell. Pretty good combination now.
Combination. No, very efficient hand movement.
Everything is real tight. Yep, where it's supposed to be. And he's throwing long combinations. Monterrey's looking for a power shot. Snell's throwing combinations.
But with the judging here, with like a big gap.
Oh, yeah.
I would not be comfortable with this.
You cannot tell who won the fight. We've seen that on a few occasions tonight.
Good shot to the bottom. Now, ooh, Bontarine.
Nice.
Nice follow-up.
Again, switches to southpaw and back and forth.
But now Montarine, has kind of abandoned the leg kick. He's got to go back to his outside leg kick. Throw a jab, take that outside low calf kick.
Not a lot of landing. Bontarine just misses on the knee. Well out of range with the left hand. Just over a minute to go, round 2.
Bill talked about limiting those big moments. He has given Montarine a few big moments over the course of these first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Clubbed him with that left hand there as well.
Yep.
Good road choice, Joe.
Hello? Hello?
I'm Bashar. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What the fuck happened to this? I'm watching the UFC fights.
Oh.
Hmm?
Oh.
Yeah, but I don't know what happened. Yeah, I don't know what I did. What do you want to do?
It says Andy's on.
Oh yeah, invite him in here. See, wasn't he? He said he was coming on. He's in a game. What a fucking asshole. Maybe he joined and I wasn't watching my thing.
Possibly.
Yo.
Hey, did you
What up,
join my
Andy?
game?
No, Jimmy, and then you invite you both.
Oh. You watching the fights?
I'm watching the fight, and I was just playing some shoot the ship. I just froze though.
Me too.
Back.
Yeah. I had to restart everything.
This is a good fight.
Yeah, I know.
Are you guys playing, or are you guys just chilling?
No, I'm playing. How come it's not working for me no more?
Yeah, I know it's freezing up.
What do we do?
You just wait a little bit, maybe refresh it here and there.
Oh, we can play Warzone, but 1 second, okay? Let me just take a leak. 1 second.
Take a leak. Jimmy.
Yeah.
Where'd you go up north?
North. I didn't go north.
Where were you fishing at yesterday?
Oh, that was somewhere over next to like Marine City.
Oh.
Sorry, Andy.
You
You met Andy
just
one
go for
time,
the
I
day?
think. Andy brought some. Andy was with Bashar when they brought the Albanian guy to come fight me.
I don't remember this, man.
Andy, have you ever met my brother Vince?
I feel like I have.
Sure, you've seen him at school before, back when we used to go to Sterling.
Yeah.
I'm still here, guys, but I'm about to meet you guys for a second.
Okay. Oh, this fight's over.
Hello? Just start up?
Start up.
Is it working now?
Yeah. Alright, hold on.
How come it's not working for me? I'm start up. You guys ready? Yeah, I haven't played Warzone in a while. There you go. Now it's open.
Right, those are the moments. Does the referee recognize the mouthpiece is out? I have no idea. He's not even looking at it. They usually pick it up right away and wait for a moment. Yeah, I don't think he knows it's out, which is unfortunate because they can replace it in these pauses. You know what's crazy? I mean, there's nobody to let him know that that mouth guard is on. He's stepping up. Yeah.
Snell content here to work with the close guard off of his back. Under 90 seconds to go.
But this is up for Snell, right? He's trying to recover.